Hi everyone, welcome to today's Current Affairs Daily Notes. Today's topic is the Wombless Women of India. I'm Mitrisha from GK Today and let us begin. A recent survey has pointed out a high percentage of women labourers in rural Maharashtra and some other states are getting premature hysterectomies to be able to work more efficiently, leading to health issues. The government is trying to get to the bottom of this. So today we are going to discuss the following. What is the story behind this? Why are women opting for hysterectomies? Are women living in poverty more severely affected than men? What steps is the government taking and what more can the government do? We begin with the story. Recently, newspapers across the country highlighted how many women in Beed village of Maharashtra have gone uterus removal surgery or hysterectomies as early as in their 20s. The story of Sangeeta Kale is a sad reminder of the condition of the working rural women in India. She was married off at the tender age of 13 and then had a first child at 16. Soon enough, to avoid missing work due to uterine difficulties and avoid adding more children to an already burdened family, she chose to undergo hysterectomy. Unfortunately, hers isn't the only such story in the region. Soon enough, the after effects of the surgery catch up. The hormonal imbalance, calcium deficiency, constant body ache, etc., make their lives difficult. The medical professionals do not bother informing these women about the effects of such a major surgery, and not being educated, these women are not aware and can only suffer in silence. So, why are women opting for hysterectomies? There are a couple of reasons why women are making these decisions. Number one, they cannot afford to have more children. This solves that problem. Number two, there's a lack of toilets around them, and that makes menstruation a serious problem. There's also a lack of hygiene that makes these women susceptible to UTI and other cervical infections. And all of these together make them miss work, which they cannot afford. They keep falling sick due to these issues and they cannot afford keep going to the hospitals. The medical professionals encourage them to undergo the procedure by misinforming them that simple infections and swelling can lead to cancer. And being illiterate, these women are incapable of making a more informed decision. So this begs a question. Are women living in poverty in India more affected by it than the men? For the time, all investigation shows that this indeed is the case. There are many reasons for it. Although education isn't considered a priority in most of the poverty-stricken households, men still receive some mode of primary, even secondary education. Women, on the other hand, aren't even considered for it. This means they are never provided the resources to make informed decisions. Throughout many parts of India, a daughter is considered a burden and married off early, which means they are pushed into motherhood very early, leading to health complications. Lack of nutrition is a damning problem. In most households, feeding the male members is considered more important. The women rarely have access to enough nutrient, especially proteins. Now, menstruation is a taboo subject as well in our society. To add to that, lack of awareness and resources around maintaining menstrual hygiene leads to infections, and without access to proper medical aid, these infections have very serious health consequences. Pre and post childbirth care is essential. None of the laboring women have the luxury for either, nor do they have access to proper nutrition during and post pregnancy. What steps is the government taking? To tackle the situation such as the one happening in Bede right now, the government is now executing stricter guidelines. They have laid down standard operating procedures where every private gynecologist now has to seek permission from a civil surgeon to perform hysterectomies barring emergencies. In case of emergencies, they have to report it within the next 24 hours. Cases have gone down by 50% since this procedure came into effect. All hysterectomies done in the past of women below the age of 35 are now being scrutinized. What more can the government do? The very first step that the government must take is raise awareness about menstrual hygiene and provide resources for the same to women who cannot afford it. Under the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, building toilets isn't enough. The government must ensure those toilets have the minimum required upkeep so that people may actually use them. Ensuring proper nutrition for women and girls, especially mothers, must be given priority. A stricter monitoring of child marriages and early motherhood must be initiated as well. Educating women about their own bodies is very important if they are to make smart decisions or at least understand the gravity of their decisions and lead a healthy life. That's all for this video. If you want to read more about this topic, simply follow the link in the description below. And if you liked our efforts, please do like, share and subscribe. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.